There comes a moment in life when you realize you're no longer the person you used to be. The world looks the same, but it isn't. The sky clears, but something inside you has shifted. Growing as a woman means understanding the seasons that carry the very notch of womanhood itself. There was a time I thought I understood myself completely. I was organized, structured, intentional, color-coded wardrobes, shoes aligned, the kitchen asleep before I was. That wasn't pressure, it was joy. It made me feel capable, sharp, defined. And I assumed motherhood would look exactly like that too, simply with children added in, like a new chapter tucked neatly into a book already written. But see, seasons don't expand, they change. The children came, we moved, life stretched, life became more, and somewhere in that stretch I found myself quietly comparing who I was becoming to the woman who raised me. I still hear her voice today, steady and sure. Kiri, we cannot sleep without doing the dishes. Atirere makondo munum, atirere mapete munum. The pots cannot sleep dirty. She ran a home with rhythm, with discipline, with mastery. I admired her deeply. But see, I was watching her in full bloom. I did not see her planting years. I did not see her in between. I saw her harvest and mistook it for the beginning. There is a time for everything, a rhythm written into creation itself, like it says in Ecclesiastes. And I had to admit something to myself. I was trying to harvest in a planting season, trying to bloom in snow. Nothing was wrong. It just wasn't summer yet. Sometimes the real struggle isn't the mess around you. It is misunderstanding the moment you're standing in. I have struggled, yes, but not in a complaining way, more in a searching way. I used to love cutting my hair short. It was my pride and joy, and it made me feel polished, intentional, in control. And then when I came to the UK, all of a sudden, I didn't want it anymore. It confused me. I couldn't understand why. Was I losing myself? Was something wrong with me? Why did something that I once felt so much for suddenly felt distant? But what I've learned over time is this. There is nothing wrong with me because we grow. We grow out of places, we grow out of habits, we grow out of people sometimes, and it's okay. We grow out of old versions of ourselves, and growing out does not mean we hate what once was. It means it served its purpose. It was fitting for the season. And carrying your past self like a standard you must forever live up to is heavy. It's really heavy. It is unnecessary weight you're carrying. So I reached a point where I just had to stop mourning my old self, stop mourning who I used to be, stop romanticizing old seasons as though they were only the only versions of me that counted. No, they were not. They were not. I have learned to try and create something new in the woman I am becoming, to stop trying to recreate a woman who belonged to a different time in my life. I had to open doors to enjoy me now, to understand who I am now, to offer myself opportunity from this evolved position rather than from memory. So, because you're forcing yourself to be who you were before, you're only going to frustrate yourself because you're different now. And it's okay. We have served the purpose of who we were then, and it was fitting for that reason. Carrying our past like it's a standard, like I said, it's too much weight. You see, you should offer yourself opportunities from this evolved position rather than from memory. Because forcing yourself to live in a yesterday when your spirit has already moved on, it creates tension you cannot explain but constantly feel. So see, I had to slow down from the quiet red race of wanting more every day, of wanting more productivity, more perfection, more visible progress, and just slow down. Slow from measuring my chapter against someone else's climax. Because maybe taking it slow is how our lives were meant to unfold in the first place. Maybe steady is sacred. We cannot compare ourselves to someone on page 55 when we're only on page 15. No. There is a gap there. And that gap is not failure. It is process. It is layering. It is depth forming quietly beneath the surface. You see, life is not a straight line. It's not linear. It circles. It returns. It deepens. And even winter, when it comes again, it will never feel exactly the same twice. I once believed I would remain that type A girl forever, the one who could structure her way through anything. But see, even our Father authored seasons into earth itself. Winter that rests, spring that awakens, summer that flourishes, autumn that releases. And who am I to resist what He designed? Who are you to resist? If creation itself moves in circles, why would I expect my womanhood to stand still? Why? See, answered prayers don't arrive wrapped in ease. They arrive wrapped in responsibility. And I prayed for this life, for this time, for this marriage, for these children, for these opportunities. And when it came with weight. But see, it's good weight. It's holy weight. Motherhood did not erase me. It expanded me. And expansion stretches. Stretching can ache. But ache is not absence. It is growth. So often we forget who made us when we complain about our lives, and simply because we're carrying ourselves in the wrong season. We walk through spring demanding summer results. We stand in winter expecting autumn's glow. We forget that the seasons we once existed in, embodied in us, and is layered to our core. But seasons move. They evolve. They never stay the same. And even when they cycle back, they are not replicas. They are refinements. So see, the in-between that you'll be feeling feels awkward. But maybe we're not fully who we should be. And more than perfection, more than comparison, more than control is peace. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens, as Ecclesiastes says.